Hello out there, my name is Gunnar Clovis. I am a game developer, and today I would like to play Jowsty by Mad Pangolin Games. This was made for Minijam 44 Dungeons, and Minijam has this just adorable, that's a custom gift for Dungeons, huh? Wow, that's so cute. Oh my god. So this was made in 3 days by Mad Pangolin Games and Bacon Fish. Okay. Oh, I love it. Alright, Bacon Fish has a nice bacon page, and it's only Jowsty here. But that's such good art. What? You said it was made in 3 days? I hope this art wasn't made in 3 days, because that's so good. That's awesome, and I love the theming here. You got the bacon in the background. There's a little bit of a seam there, and I do wish the bacon kind of extended out on both sides, but looks really cool. Love the Bacon Fish logo. New game designer and artist on the block. What? New artist? This is fantastic. That's not okay. We'll check out Mad Pangolin Games. Love that name too. I got this nice little logo. Okay, I guess it's a funky looking pangolin, but looks great. Got this curvy text. Simple colored background, but yeah, it looks nice. Got some text, cool. Game Maker Studio. Yeah, Bacon Fish made the icon, and about 6 games here. All look solid from what I can tell. No GIFs for the cover images, which it's better if it's a GIF. And the Jowsty one, wow, that is absolutely incredible artwork. That is ridiculously good. That looks so fantastic. I do wish it was kind of extended to meet the full cover. I mean, that's a very minor thing, but yeah, you generally want that to work. And this turnip game cover image isn't really working for me, how it's the same color to blend into the background. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I don't think that really works. Although the actual logo with the split down the middle and the green and red, I think that's a very, very excellent logo, but I wish there was something to the background, just like how Trapmaster has this nice little blurred background. I assume that's a screenshot that's been blurred. That looks really, really fantastic. But enough of that. Jowsty. The evil slime king has cast an evil shrink spell on Jowsty. The only way to reverse the spell is to create a potion using one ingredient, slime essence. Well, that better not be a euphemism for something. Help Jowsty slay slimes and collect the jelly they drop. But watch out, the dungeon platform can only take so much weight. Too many slimes and Jowsty would be dissolved in a pool of acid. If you can collect enough slime essence, you just might be able to reverse the curse. Alright, so that's good. Very simple, solid page. I do like the color palette here. It's a lighter blue on the starker blue, but it works. It's enough contrast. It's very readable. And then the red links, although I think that is the default itch red link, really pops. That looks really nice. And we have this great banner, really, really excellent logo. There's some footage here and these screenshots. Okay, we got 3 days. That looks like what? There's like different logos, like it's different artwork. Everything. What? That looks ridiculously good. What? There's all the cute little faces. They're like looking in different directions. Although that might be a cheap trick. Yeah, I think the body is the same. It's just the face moving side to side. So that's really nice. But look at this one. This one's fallen, has that unique little sprite index. Yo, this looks incredible. This is stupid. That was made in 3 days and like beginner. What? Look at that frame. That looks so cute. There's all this going on. What? I am so jealous. This is way too good. That looks fantastic. Oh man. All right. Well, I have it downloaded here. Jowsty. All right. When I go in here, I just unzipped the file, and going into it. It has another folder. It's a folder inside of a folder called Jowsty. So then the path becomes Jowsty, which isn't ideal. When you're zipping up your project files, you should basically just move all this stuff to this layer and delete that folder. So it's just less work for the players. This is only Windows download only, which does suck. I wish it was playable in browser. I think Mad Pangolin mentioned he works in Game Maker and ClickTeam primarily, which has a great HTML5 export feature, although that does cost money for the license, but it's really excellent. And yeah, always try and get your games playable in browser when you're on itch, which just makes it much more, much easier for everyone to do. All right, so the controls. I did happen to click this, but readmes are generally not a great idea. I generally just do more of my due diligence because I'm recording. If I'm not recording, I'm not gonna do this kind of stuff, and most players absolutely won't. So controls, if you're just gonna give the controls in a text form, do it on the game page instead. That's a much better place for it. I mean, do it for both because it takes no work, but yeah, there should be just a section called controls that has this exact information. That's a lot easier for most people to see, because then readmes are just automatically skipped over, because in a lot of cases they're just generated automatically by an engine or some tool set. So yeah, readmes are tough. But Z to jump, left to right arrow keys, X, I'm not gonna remember all this, swing attack, spin attack, X down thrust. I mean, those sound like pretty intuitive controls, which is good. Yeah, standard X and Z. Restart with R, perfect. F2, restart the game from the splash screen. That's very smart. Yeah, that's really good. Having both kind of restarts, super great. Control toggles music and escape quits. Only thing I think is missing from this, I mean, this is a great control scheme. It's very fully featured, making the best use of GameMaker. But I do wish there was an additional one that was just F11 to toggle full screen, you know? But I'm going to open this up, have a great logo. EXE's named, looks fantastic. Like, this is insanely professional, well done. Has a nice, Mad Pangolin and Baconfish. I would like to see both logos there. Ooh. What? What? You're telling me this was made in 3 days? Bruh. Not fair. That is an incredible. It's like an animated. I mean, there was a proper splash screen with the Baconfish logo, though it should have had the Mad Pangolin logo too. Although maybe that wasn't made before this or whatever. But yeah, you just freaking animate that whole thing. You have like an animated intro sequence for a game jam. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Yeah, nice little text there. It is pretty small font. I think that would be fine. My problem here is that it's not in full screen. It's windowed, and the GameMaker window settings are not set, so I can't even resize the window. I can't hit that to maximize it, which is something you should always have enabled. There's very, very few cases where you shouldn't have that. Pretty much the only time you shouldn't is when you have a game that's like about adjusting the window size. There's some really awesome, weird indie games like that on itch particularly. But for here, you should let me click this to full screen. That's just a setting. When you go to game options within GameMaker Studio 2, or whatever it is, you can allow player to toggle full screen, and actually to maximize, or change view size, window size. And then there's an option to toggle full screen, which you should set again in the controls. I wish I could just press F11 to toggle full screen, and I wish it started full screen naturally. But that's really my only gripe here. That in the silly double folder thing. Otherwise, this is like insanely good. All right, and you have the controls baked in here too. So awesome. So that README, is superfluous. Okay, it's good to have it, but fantastic. You have the controls here as well. X movement. Yep. Yo. What? Look at that animation for the... Holy crap. Okay, so I'm sucking up this slimy juice. Whoa, and the music's like really good. Okay, I wanted to see if I could get hurt there, so it doesn't look like I can actually get hurt. I just get kind of stunned and knocked back, which isn't as big a deal. What? This is ridiculous. This is so good. I like hitting the big one. I don't know if... Okay, they do seem to fade away if I don't run to collect them fast enough, which is really good. A lot of really good game design decisions in here, too. Like, what? Okay, I've been trying to do the... They said there's like a down thrust sword move. I cannot... Oh wait, does the... I think the slime essence counts to the weight too, so I'm so focused on the game because it's very fast-paced and very engaging. It's really, really good. But I can't really look at the UI, and the UI looks good. I'm trying to look at this weight thing, so yeah. Yeah, oh, this is insane. All of the character designs are insanely cute. It's simple, but, you know, it's really, really cute. I mean, I don't really want to kill all these slimes. They're so precious. But the gameplay is very satisfying. It's simple, but really, really, really well done. And yeah, it's more than what could ever be reasonably expected for a game jam, really. All right. It doesn't look like my weight is counted. That's something I was trying to test the whole time. Yeah, and like the music's super good too. Like, I think it's hard to talk because it's just really, really engaging, and yeah, there's just like, it's a constant stream. I think I'm just gonna go until I lose, right? Or I don't know. They said I was. Or am I trying to fill that bar? Is that what I'm trying to do? Ah! Yeah, underneath the weight, it looks like there's some kind of little bar. Yeah, just every animation is really, really excellent. There's so much custom animation work. Like they put an incredible amount of time into this. And again, frankly, it makes me so jealous with my own games because I'm just a terrible artist. Oh, but this is so cute and beautiful. What? Okay. Yeah, the balancing is pretty good. It is really slow. I do wish... I mean, sorry. It's the opposite of that. It is really fast in that I wish there were some longer segments of slow, because this is just kind of high-octane, constant stream of enemies. It does get varied with these kind of bigger boss ones, the yellow and the black slimes. Alright, there we go. I could finally do that. The controls for that aren't as good. Yeah, so actually, trying to do that ended up killing me. I shouldn't have tried to do the down thrust. So we have this little dots next to the head. I don't know what that means. And that is still going on. I do like this little shader effect for the, I think that's the slime bar. But I've died here. I think the weight should kind of stop freaking out, and the timer should stop as well, because I'm dead. I don't really know... Oh, that's waves. Okay, that's the number of waves, and that's the number of slimes I've killed. I really could not look at the UI the whole time because the game is so intense. And, again, I wish Alright, no, it's at 5 pounds now. Yeah, no, my weight does count. Huh. The numbers seem to be... have a bit of discrepancy about that before. Yeah, but this game is just really, really cute, insanely well done. I want to keep playing. I don't want this video to take too long, but I do really want to finish this game and see what happens in the end. And there might be more slime types introduced, I don't know. Yeah, it's a very, very simple kind of game, but there was just so much put into it. There's just, what is it? It's like 5 or 6 different enemy types so far, and I have like several different attacks. I don't know why I'd really seem to use this down thrust. Okay, so it does wait for me now. See, I'm trying to just do the... So if I do ZX, that does the spin. I'm trying to just do the little down thrust. Okay. So I have to be basically holding down before I press X, which is, yeah, a little awkward. Do wish the controls had a bit more flow there. Ah! But for a Game Jam game, this is just like insanely well done. 72 hours. Ah! Yeah, I don't I'm trying to focus on the game, but also think of, like, really anything to critique, because this is just incredibly well done. Like, I do kind of wish there was more of a proper main menu. It had that really beautiful splash screen, which I kind of want to see again. But there wasn't like a main menu with settings or anything where it kind of tracked how far I had gotten in a previous run or anything quite like that, which is not too hard to add, and I think could, yeah, it's just kind of the final thing this game needs. The game has a logo, it has the title, like it's doing pretty much everything right, and it's super well done with all this artwork. Yeah, hats off to Bacon Fish, because this artwork is ridiculous. You should be extremely proud. Yeah, if you said you're new, I assume you did some other kinds of art before this. I don't know if you're like a deviant artist or something, because this is really, really good. And I'm not seeing a single bug, really. Besides maybe how the weight is being calculated, but I'd have to review the footage to see if I'm even right about that. Yeah, just, it's really juicy. The sound effects are good. I've been playing a while, so actually it's pretty impressive that they haven't gotten too annoying in this amount of time. I do feel, I'm starting to feel it, and I think there was multiple kinds of music earlier. If there was a bit more variation, that would help out, of course, but that requires more that requires more work, which you know, is already tough, and this has already achieved an insane amount of work for 72 hours for for someone's first game in Bacon Fish's case, and even only what was it? Was it Mad Pangolin? I can't quite remember. I've been playing a lot of games recently, and a lot of people have similar kind of names like that. I do like those names quite a lot, though. But I think it was Mad Pangolin here, but I left it. I can't say for certainty at this exact chaotic moment. But yeah, wave-based games are always a really, really good, smart choice for game jams because they're generally pretty easy to make in terms of development. This game, probably the most amount of difficulty was just met with the player character and all their different attacks and trying to sync up the animation states, make sure none of that was buggy, which it's not. I don't see any real problems. This yellow one's annoying. I don't know how to properly deal with it. I don't know if it's supposed to be the down spike, but the down spike was really not working for me. That was way too difficult to achieve. Like when I tried the down spike is when things got out of hand because I just kept getting stun locked and died. So this is just far more effective, even though, yes, perhaps not as fun. See, I'm trying to do it. Yeah, I have to time it exactly right, both on the attack itself and. Okay, so no, I think I was wrong. I think the weight is being calculated perfectly. Oh. Do you really hope there's something at the end? There is some cute animation because I don't know that intro is at a really high bar with a little main character bust. Oh, come on! No! Can't have that! Ah! All right. It is turning in just kind of a button spam. I mean, yeah, it's always just kind of been very button spammy, which isn't the most thoughtful game, and I'm just getting hit a lot because there's just so much on screen. It's a tiny space, so I don't feel like I can really avoid all of the slimes, nor really should I. It just seems to be more effective to just do what I'm doing and rush in and slap everything until it dies, which is fine. Just a certain type of game. All right, there we go. Did I? Yeah, so actually there I'm just kind of spamming X and Z, and this actually might be better. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not going to be talking too much in this one because this is just a very intense game. Yeah, it's very simple and spammy, but it is still really demanding and intense. All right, so it looks like I'm just almost have that meter filled, which I assume hopefully ends the game because I'm trying to get slime essence for some reason. I don't remember quite why. It looks like that meter's filled to me. And that really seemed like that would be the end of the game, is just whenever I filled up the meter. Yeah, that meter is definitely full, right? right in the HUD. Below, to the right of the little player character head. Also, I've not really been able to call out, because, well, truthfully, because I didn't really notice, because I've been too busy spamming buttons. Oh my goodness. Ah! But in the HUD, come on. In the HUD, I have that little version of my player character face, and the expression changes. Like I get all sweaty and nervous, which is really cool. You don't see that kind of stuff very often, but that's really cute. It's a very good tactic. Makes me think of classic Doom games, actually, and how the player character was always viewable in like a second person view, so that you'd see their expression and how much that would judge how much damage they had. So this wave is just going on forever, and yeah, I definitely finished the bar, so I'm just hoping the game ends when this wave goes out. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to call it quits, I guess, because I really thought that's when the game would end. But yeah, what to add here? Like, this is just incredibly well done game. Particularly for, I mean, even not for a mini jam, 72-hour game jam, this is just an insanely well done game. Yeah, the artwork is so great, and art just really, really improves your games. Just I need to get better with my own artwork or work with more artists myself, because it makes the game page so much better, more professional and prettier. Okay, there we go. Thank goodness. Cute. All right, glug some slime essence. Right. Oh my god, that artwork is so adorable. Look how the numbers count up like that. That's perfect. That could have very easily just been those numbers popping up, but the fact that they count up like that, really, really great, really professional, especially for such a... I don't know if it was actually that long, but that game felt very long, because it was ultimately pretty repetitive. S rank, awesome. And yeah, and so having that kind of longer reward state and letting those numbers tick up, really, really smart. That's incredibly professional. All right, that's great. Yeah, awesome. So there was a little happy animation at the end. That was so great. Like, wow. And I kept my high score. Awesome. That is insanely good, insanely cute. Well, I mean, I'm frankly just kind of stunned. For 72 hours, this is ridiculous. Yeah, my only real critiques is that, like, there shouldn't have been that double folder layer where I had to hit Jowsty twice in my file explorer. Just don't do that. If you just package the zip file to be the baseline exe and surrounding files, much better. Downloadable only games are always going to be harder to get players for. It'd be really awesome if it was playable in browser, and this game does not seem very intensive. Pretty sure it was made in Game Maker, so it's perfect really for an in-browser playable experience. And that just, yeah, makes it, in my experience, you literally get like 20 times the amount of players when you have it playable in browser, because it's reducing that barrier to entry. People don't love downloading stuff and unzipping stuff, and then it's simple, it's small and stupid, but yeah, having to click through those multiple folders to get to the game, it just adds a few more seconds, adds another step. It just feels tiresome, and it's unnecessary. So really make sure to get rid of that stuff. But this is so insanely good and like professional, frankly, with this beautiful logo, beautiful artwork and animation that was just like a ton of characters, pretty well balanced. In terms of the gameplay, again, it was very spanny, and while it was really cool to see all these different enemy types. I think there was there was the blue, green, pink, yellow, and gray. I think so. That's 5, right? Pretty sure that was all of them. And they were used to pretty great effect to vary the gameplay, especially early on. Later, it was just everything. It was always like a really high octane, just every stuff is falling at all times. But yeah, I do feel like the game could possibly have benefited from more of kind of an ebb and flow to the pacing. I have a game dev talk about this actually, and I always like to refer to the pacing for Star Wars: A New Hope, which is always just kind of the gold standard for pacing, where the tension varies over time, where it's all about these hills and valleys. Because if you just have a single rising line, and overall you see the trend is this rising line, and then a big finale conclusion and payoff at the end at that ultimate climax. But overall, it's a vertical line, but you don't want pacing to just be a vertical, linear, sorry, not vertical, just straight linear line upwards, like an x equals y graph. You really want these hills and valleys, ebbs and flows. So high tension would be new enemy types, lots of enemies on screen. So I'm getting stun locked a lot. The weight is counting up, so I'm in danger. There's threat, and then you want to release that threat, release that tension, and let the game kind of just sink and relax. Because if any experience, this is very true for games, but this is originally for film. Any kind of writing, any kind of experience for an end user or a player or a viewer, you need those moments of release and lack of tension, because if the game is just pure tension all the time, it's just always really exciting, always explosions and shooting, then it's really cool at the beginning, but the viewers get sick of it, they get adjusted and bored by it pretty quickly, because it's oversaturation, right? And so you need the moments of quiet to make those loud moments more impactful. They don't kind of get washed out, which I was kind of feeling towards about the mid to end of that game, that it was just the same experience of just raining enemies and me spamming the buttons. And so that was kind of losing that for me. Wave-based games inherently are supposed to have this mechanic where you have these big long rests. Coming to mind is Plants vs. Zombies for me. Plants vs. Zombies, obviously each level is its own peak of tension, and then you get moments of rest in between, where you can go to the shop, there's nice music, but in between every level, if you really notice, with a super well-defined, well-balanced, well-designed tower defense game like Plants vs. Zombies, where you have these big moments of tension and action when you get the big tanky zombies like the bucket heads and the football players, and these huge big thick waves, which are punctuated by the flag zombies with the brain flags, and then the gameplay slows down. It has the big peaks and then the drops in tension, those hills and valleys. The tension really ebbs and flows. And that is a very high-level concept. That's not something I talk about with everyone. That's something I talk about in some of my game design presentations that I give talks for. And that's something you would think about after you've already made a very functional, a very non-buggy, a very well-crafted game, and you're just trying to take it further and really polish and perfect that game design, which this game is very well done. It has great music, great art and animation. Music could be better, but it's really solid. But the art and animation was fantastic. Programming, really, really fantastic. Game design, pretty solid. And so you really should just look to those kind of more intermediate and advanced topics to improve, because you have really, really solid baseline. And if this is Baconfish's first game, I'm really excited to see more. And I definitely want. Okay, it was Mad Pangolin. I definitely want to see more of these Mad Pangolin games. I'm certainly going to play them. But that's all for me for today. Thank you for watching. My name is Gunnar Clovis. Remember, if you have any games of your own that you'd like me to play, please drop a comment. I'd love to try them out for you. I'm particularly excited always by new game developers releasing their first few games, because I really want to help give exposure and attention to those new game developers, and hopefully kind of some guidance and encouragement that will drive them to keep making games, because I really always want to see new people join the community. It's really, really awesome. Remember to love each other, respect each other. Don't talk bad behind people's backs. If you have a problem with something your friend did or said, tell them. Just take them aside personally and be frank. Say if they offended you. Say if they did something that you thought was really uncool. because otherwise they can't just know that, right? And it's really crappy if you do that and then you just kind of talk bad behind someone's back. Like, yeah, always go to your person first, or else you're not really being a friend and you're just kind of being a huge part of that problem as well. Yeah, always assume the best of people. Yeah, put your faith in others. Sometimes people will let you down, but more often than not, people are really good and kind if you let them. And so, yeah, remember that. Remember to exercise and eat well, eat some vegetables, and have a lovely day. Goodbye.